Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you read the description and the title of this video, that's right, I just got my first win playing solos in Fortnite on PC. So I was super pumped to get this win, and I actually wasn't recording. I record, I don't know, probably 90% of my games, but this one, for whatever reason, I just wasn't recording. I was actually listening to a podcast with Nadeshot, and I think that probably took my mind off of what I was doing a little bit, and I was thinking a little bit less, and I was really just playing the game. But I figured since it was my first one, I'm going to go into replay mode and I'm going to upload the footage and just kind of do a commentary over it. What I was thinking, what I think I did right, what I think I did wrong, just kind of all of those things. Alright, so first gunmetal here. I know there's somebody in this building and I see his footprints right there, and I saw that he just used that shockwave grenade to get on top of me. So I know he's going to be above me, so I figure I go in, and I know there's a staircase right here to my right. I hear him above me, and then we get into a little gun battle here. There's actually two people. You can see the other person shooting me, and that guy was weak, so I got that kill, and at this point in time I know that I'm injured, so I just do what I can to run away. In my ears, I can hear that this guy's following me, so I'm just trying to find a corner, run him in circles, and then I picked up a chug jug. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually drinking a chug jug, and he's right above me. If you look, you can see my cursor on screen. If you look up here, you can see him going back and forth. So in this moment, I was just kind of trying to hide, and I was watching him go back and forth, hoping that he wouldn't jump down a level. And then I think he goes away, and then I end up moving on and leaving this place. Alright, I have some pretty decent kills coming up here. So I'm still in Tilted Town. I'm looking around, and right there I saw that guy over to my left. And then I also hear somebody down underneath me. So I know that there are two people around me. And then I just put two pretty decent shots into this guy. And then I hear that guy that was over there. I hear him run closer. So at that point in time, I know that I have some heals. So I end up just going behind this door here, hiding, and then healing up. Alright, so next kill here, I remember that guy being in the corner, so I purposely pull out my shotgun and I boost towards over where I thought he was, and he's not here, but I hear him running underneath me. Right now you can hear him underneath me, and I just saw his head right there. So I get a pump shot on him, and then I do there's some growth here in my game, so normally I would just run in there, but I waited until I hit him a couple times. Now this gun battle definitely is not my best. I wasn't hitting my shots for whatever reason. Sometimes that happens, right? I feel like my cursor was pretty much on him the whole time. The shots just weren't connecting, and you're gonna have those every once in a while. So at this point in time, I'm pretty sure I won Tilted Town. I don't think there's anybody else that's left in here. So if you look at the map, I kind of have a ways to go, and there's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I did not know at this point in time. If you look at the mini map, so if you look up here, it shows that there are two people right around me. There's a blue arrow and there's a pink arrow, and of course you don't know that when you're playing in game. So I end up just getting out of town. I know that I have a ways to go to get into the circle, and I really don't want to take any of my health away, from the storm and whatnot. So at this point in time, I just decide to get into the circle, gather some mats, because I've been in Tilted Town the whole time, and you can't gather mats really in here. So get in the circle, gather some mats, and then live to fight another day. Alright, so here I have an infantry rifle. I'm just kind of popping off shots to people that I see in the distance. I was checking my behind the whole time, and right here I hit two really gnarly shots right there. So I end up getting my 4th kill there, and those I thought were pretty good infantry rifle shots. There are still people over there, but that's the only kill that I get here. There is an important part of this gameplay here. Eventually I look over to my left and I see a chug jug, which I don't need. I see this rocket launcher I don't need, but I hit this, and a scar is actually in that vending machine. So I was able to switch out my blue AR for a gold scar, and that ended up helping me a little bit later. Alright, so you can't really see this right now, but I have a really long way to go for the circle, and I'm pretty far back on the edge, right? I have a long ways to go. So I remember that there's a snowboard here, at least there should be, unless somebody else took it, because I beamed that guy off of the snowboard not even 2 minutes ago. I also found a combat shotty here, so that was also clutch for winning the rest of this game. But I would have been in trouble if it wouldn't have been for this snowboard or glide board, I don't know, whatever the heck they're called. But if I wouldn't have been able to find this, I would have had a really long walk into the circle, and I probably would have ended up dying here. Alright, so I made it into that last circle. Then now if you look to my right over there, there are 2 people battling. I take some shots. I don't think I hit any of these, but at this point in time, there are 12 people left, and whoever loses that gun battle is going to be in a pretty bad scenario, right? Somebody's going to take damage from somebody. So at this point in time, I kind of figure, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I've been practicing my builds. I've been doing a lot of stuff in creative mode, so I figure if there's only going to be 1 or 2 people left, or if there's going to be 1 person left over here and he's going to be injured, I'm just going to go for it. So he gets that kill there, then he ends up turtling up here. I try to break his build a few times, but it doesn't actually happen. Let's go back to that if we can. You'll see here, he actually hits his build and gets it weak, and then I notice that he does that right here, so I take a shot. So I knew that his wall was weak there, so I went ahead and I just took 2 shots. One of them got through, and I took a little bit of his health. Alright, so you can see that he's editing still. And then what he ends up doing is I take that swipe, so he edits out his wall. And as he does that, I switch to my AR, or my shotgun, and I actually get another shot off. So I believe that shot was worth 66, so was worth 66 white. So I know that he has no health left whatsoever. Now, the bad part is that I've only got 28 seconds until the storm starts to move, so I really don't have too much time to fight with this. So at this point in time, I try to just kind of replace different sides here. I am not the best at fighting active turtles like this. This is kind of the next advanced tip here that I have to work on. And at this point in time, I'm full health, and I know that he's super weak. So at first, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stay here, and I'm going to fight it, and I'm going to see if I can finish this kill. Then I remember that I have a snowboard or a glide board or whatever the heck these things are called. I know that I have one of these behind me. So at that point in time, I just go ahead and I say, you know what, I'm going to let this dude go. I'm going to hop on my board, and I'm going to live to fight another day. And sometimes you just have to do that. I think at this point in time, being in the storm for that long ended up taking 74, or I'm down to 74 of my health. So it ended up taking 26 of my health there just from that little battle I was trying to get in. So if I took any damage there, there's a good chance that I die and I don't end up playing on in this game. Now, as you can see, you can't see my arrow anymore for some reason, but I'm just getting into Paradise Palms. So the circle, I'm right here, right? I'm on the edge of the circle right here. So at this point in time, I'm just trying to get more towards the center of the circle so that I'm not fighting on the outskirts. If I'm more towards the center of the next circle, then there's a better chance that the following circle, I'm still going to be in the center of, so then I won't have to reposition again, right? I'll already have position over everybody else that's coming in. If I already have position and I have some defenses and a tower and stuff like that, then I'll be able to possibly get a kill there. So I got in, I'm basically in the center of the circle. You can't see it, but in the top right where my cursor is, that's exactly where I'm at. So I'm in a great spot for the next couple circles that are coming next. And there you can see the next circle was just announced, and I'm right here. So I'm in the next circle. There are 8 people left, and the majority of them, you can see where they're at, right? They're in the last circle. So these people have to come in to where I'm at. So even if I don't get a kill here, I can at least put some shots into other people that are coming in. So at this point in time, I try not to peek too much because I could very easily peek my head up, get sniped, and that would be, my entire game would be over just based on that. So there's 0 seconds left on the next storm, on the last storm, and now I see where the next one is. So I have an infantry rifle, an AR, and a combat shotgun, so I can't really fight this. So I decide I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to edit through my builds, and I'm going to get to the bottom of my tower. At least if I'm here and I'm in the bottom of my tower, I kind of control when I can leave, right? When I can edit out and stuff like that. So I know that I've got 20 seconds. I see that there are 5 people left, and the next circle is going to be going over here. If you look up at the minimap, it's going to be this way, and I'm going to have to climb a hill. So I know at some point in time, I'm going to have to get high ground here. So I edit out my ramp so it switched to the other way. I go ahead and I take my last little heals, and then I figure this is kind of the final push, right? Before I go, I know that there's going to be people coming in from those towers, so with my infantry rifle, I just try to take a little bit of health. If I can take 30 or 40 health from a couple different people, that's a win in my book because I'm pretty confident in my builds being able to get in. So I edit through this, and this is absolutely the most vulnerable that I am in this end game. I know that I have to move, and I know that there's somebody in that tower right there. So right here, I'm gonna pause it. There's somebody right here, and I know that there's somebody right over there. So I have to make sure that I'm not exposing myself to either of those people, because if they see me at all, 2 shots and already half my health's gone, and I could easily lose it there. So I'm gonna build up here. I kind of mess up my builds. I go ahead and edit this, and then I go ahead and I start building up again. I figure while I'm here, I could take a peek and see what's going on. So I look down, and now there's only 3 people left. So there's 3 people left, and I know I'm one of them, and I have the high ground, right? I'm one. There's another one in this building here, and there's another one in this building. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm definitely in the best shape moving forward. So I see that guy edit out. I miss all of these scar shots, even though I feel like I had pretty decent aim there. My cursor was on him. I missed my shots. So that guy's moving. I also try to take some shots here, and I look at... Man, I missed those. Every one of my scar shots I've missed. I had so many opportunities to do some damage here, and I just blew it. So rather than go after those guys, I'm going to scale this mountain behind me. It gets a little sketchy. I have to kind of turn around and then start building up this way. But I know that I still have the high ground, which is the most important thing, right? The most important thing is to be above them. And at this point in time, I see these builds coming in behind me. So with these builds, I figured this is the perfect time to kind of look down and pop shots off with my combat shotgun. So he edited out, which was a mistake, and I get that kill. So I finished that kill, which means it's me versus one other person, and that guy's over here. And then I see this guy. So I finally see him. I'm not sure why he's running backwards and not into the circle. My guess would be he thought that since I killed that person over there, he might be able to look back and get those kills, but he didn't know that I was above him. So I get a few shots on him. I decide to take the high ground again and rush a little bit. I get more shots on him, and then he falls off backwards, so he fell off. So at this point in time, I just have to worry about getting in the circle and not dying from the storm. If I was more experienced, I obviously would have built in with the storm, right? I would have kept the high ground. But I see him go down, and then I'm just trying to get shots on him. I fall off because I know that he's weak. I get more shots on him, and then this is a big mistake that I shouldn't have made. I should have just built a floor and then a ramp, and then I should have kept high ground above him. Then as the circle moved, I should have kept going in with him. But again, I'm learning. This has multiple things to do with game sense and all of that. So I see he's above me. I'm just trying to kind of take out what's up there, and he falls right there. So I don't know if you saw that, but he fell from here. He fell through the hole that I made, and now he's coming down behind me. So I don't see that right away, but I hear it right there. So as soon as I hear it, I put up my ramp, which deflects his shot that's coming in, and then I just go for the kill. So I go up my ramps, I hear him, I look down, and that was that. I get my first victory royale. So, I don't know. It was pretty pumped. It was validation of kind of my hard work paying off. I go ahead and I do a little backflip, celebrate a tiny bit. But I think you can tell here that my edits and my builds, while they're not perfectly crisp, they're definitely getting better, and it allowed me to come out victorious. So a lot to do with game sense, a little bit to do with builds, and my accuracy with my shotguns are also getting a lot better. So if you like this content, please leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for future videos as I continue to get better on PC Fortnite. And with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.